Hello and welcome to Real Talk by NABOR. This is Behind the Brand and I am your host, Shannon Livingston. And today we have three guests from Robb and Stucky. Now, who the heck are Robb and Stucky? Not my guests today. The founding members actually were named Robb and Stucky at the high-end furniture store that we have all known and loved here in Naples, and I believe 3 or 4 other locations. We'll get into that. First, I'd like to introduce you to my guests, Jessica, Kathy, and Matt. Now, I have not taken the time to learn their last names or their positions within the company, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Jessica, you are the Director of Development.
I'm the Director of Business Development.
See, that's why I let them do it themselves. And what is your last name? Your first and last name and your title?
Jessica Schneider, Director of Business Development. And thanks for having us today.
Well, thank you for doing that so much better than I would have done. And Kathy, your turn. What is your first and last name and your official title?
Katy Martowe, Director of Marketing, and I handle all of the social media as well.
Oh, that's a lot. And you, sir, last but not least.
Yeah, I'm Matt Evans. I'm the Vice President of Sales.
All right. So all of this sounds to me like pretty much the same job, cut into 3 different ones because it's a huge job. But you all work together is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And on Behind the Brand, what I really want to do is get into the company, of course, but really get into the corporate culture and the personalities and skills of the people, because we do business with people that we know, like, and trust. And I know, like, and trust you. Thank you for bringing your team so that I can get to know them. It is the people behind the brand that makes the brand. So I know that Robb and Stucky were people in 1915, I believe.
Correct.
Matt, we were talking about that.
Downtown Fort Myers, yeah, here locally.
And you actually are a local boy.
I'm an old Floridian, yeah. My grandparents moved to Fort Myers in the 30s, so my dad went to high school actually with Elaine Stucky, so graduated in downtown Fort Myers area. So the building's still there, which is kind of fun. So if anyone from Naples ever goes to Fort Myers, you can actually see the Robb and Stucky Furniture Company in brick on Henry Street there that was originally built, which is kind of fun to have that heritage still in an area that doesn't have a lot of history to it, unfortunately, because of the changes.
Yeah.
But that's still intact down there. It's kind of fun to see. And we have old photography in our store, in our corporate headquarters and our stores that shows Robb and Stucky actually working in downtown in old black and whites, and it's fun.
And it's great that you know that history and have actually lived through that with your family. And then, Kathy, you're a little newer to the area. Is that correct?
That is correct. We just moved here about a year ago. It was Labor Day weekend last year. And I am very new to Robb and Stucky as I started there at the end of March.
And where did you move from?
From Pennsylvania, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, specifically.
All right. So better weather down here for you?
Significantly better weather. Better just about everything. Really.
All right, we like to hear that. And Jessica, you are a Florida girl.
I am. And I like to say I grew up with Robb and Stucky. I've been with the company for a very long time. I have been involved with NABOR and all the other realtor groups for so many years now that hopefully I've gotten to know a lot of the realtors in the area.
Well, you've done a great job being the face of the company, so to speak. And I have really enjoyed getting to know you. And so now, as I said, I really want to get to know Matt and Kathy also. How do your jobs all work together? So it's sales, marketing, and development. Yeah. Do you guys just sit at a table and have donuts and fight it out?
Yeah, we just a lot of party, a lot of drinking. So no.
All right, sounds good.
We send a lot of emails, a lot of communication. So one of the great things about our company is we're a decent sized company, but all of our decisions are really made at a very small level, which keeps us very fluid and able to adjust. And so when events come up, that pops into Jessica's world. She immediately sends it to us, and we have conversations about what support is necessary for that, what type of obviously media and marketing is required for that, and if there's any other intertwined with the sales aspect of it. So we communicate regularly, constantly. Our corporate headquarters is in Fort Myers. And so Kathy and I are in Fort Myers. Jessica's up there off and on several times during the week based out of here in the Naples location. So we have regular meetings and a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, and a lot of texts. And so it's very cogged and intertwined, our roles are.
Yeah, and you were really talking about how you're able to stay up on those trends and be flexible and kind of fluid, because you are a good sized company but still small enough to be able to do those things, which is so important in a fashion forward industry like high-end furniture.
It's critical. People don't realize that it is fashion industry. So High Point, North Carolina has a market twice a year, in April and October. And that's when the trends come out and all the new collections from the different manufacturers. But not all of those are relative to Southwest Florida. And so our buying team, which we have our vice president of merchandising, who's based out of Boca Raton, and the rest of our buying team in Fort Myers, they go to market and decide what upholstery looks good, what are the new color trends. We want to do grays, or we're going to do whites, blacks, all the rest of that come into it, and how it's going to be accessorized and every aspect. So then we come back and make it more accurately close to what our markets indicate. And so what we do in Sarasota might not be exactly what we do in Naples or in Fort Myers or in Boca Raton. So adjustments are made by different demographics. And then that vision is created and it's passed on to the different departments to, okay, how are we going to advertise this, photograph this, video this, how's it going to be commercial, and then what type of seminars will be supported around that, how we're going to pull our design team in to embrace that message when we pass it out to the community and roll out the new plans. So it's constantly motion, constantly fluid.
So, Kathy, you said you handle the social media, and you have so much eye candy with all of that beautiful furniture. But how do you see the culture of Robb and Stucky, and how do you try to portray that with your social media?
We take a very in-depth approach to any of our digital media as well as any of our traditional media. We typically, although we are a fashion-forward industry, there's a message that we would like to convey. That message is very strong within our culture, as far as we really want to portray the fact that we are dedicated to our business as well as our customers. And we really try to go the extra mile to really do all that we can to advocate for our customers, as far as all of the things we've come up against recently, as far as supply chain issues and things that are hitting the industry in general. And what I'm really impressed about with working at Robb and Stucky is the fact that even down to our designers, the level of our designers and how they advocate for their customers and how they try to make sure they get the projects done, and how they really relate to any of the realtors that they work with as far as doing models. All in all, we like to put out the whole package as far as any message that we put out there. We want everyone to know that Robb and Stucky is professional from minute one until the project is complete. And we're dedicated to having happy customers all around.
And Jessica, that leads me right into my questions for you. Happy customers all around, in particular realtors. You are very integrated with NABOR and the real estate industry. So what does Robb and Stucky have to offer the real estate industry?
Well, we have a great realtor referral program that we're constantly trying to improve upon to make it easier for our real estate friends. But, you know, we have some really great partners in the industry, and we want to thank them for their business that they send us. So I encourage realtors to pop in, ask for a tour. We'd love to show everyone the store, introduce them to the designers so that they're more comfortable referring their clients to us. But the program's pretty simple. Refer a client to us, give them a gift card to Robb and Stucky. It's completely complimentary. And then you earn rewards for yourself once your client shops with us. I have a lot of real estate agents who then in turn come in and buy gifts for their clients as a closing gift or housewarming gift with those rewards that they've earned. So it's a beneficial program for everyone.
I didn't even know that you had a points system for the
Yes.
realtors also. I knew that you did offer people that were moving into the area a complimentary gift card from the realtor,
Yes.
which is nice. It makes the realtor look really good.
Yeah, it
Yes.
does. It's a nice gift. I mean, who
Yes.
wouldn't want a gift card to Robb and Stucky?
Right, right. And I walk very carefully when I go by the gift section because some of it is a little fragile, so I keep my hands to myself because it is all so beautiful, and you really do have everything in there from traditional to coastal. I think some of the stores in our area, going back to what you were saying, Matt, about the trends and really what we need locally here. Some of them I think are a little too local, and so they don't have that wide variety of
Sure.
things that Robb and Stucky does.
Yeah, our buying department does a fantastic job of really looking at obviously the local trends. We're paying respect to the people who move in here from other areas. And we were talking about not long ago, there was a 305 syndrome going on where so many people were coming over from the Dade County area. And some of the requests that were coming in were not relative to what we had at that point in time. So about 2 or 3 years ago, we started making some small adjustments and trying to be more relative. So our business model, excuse me, is broken up in a good, better, best tiering system for pricing. So if a person is looking for a beginning starting price point for upholstery, we have something that would fall into that category in a small percentage. And then going up to, of course, I always say if you want to do the Kardashians, we can do that. We can put bullion fringe and we can put crystals on that and make it absolutely gorgeous at the top end. But then lifestyles are inside of that. So we have lifestyles for contemporary, we have lifestyles for coastal, and we adjust those lifestyles displays based on the market that we're in. Boca Raton slightly varies from Naples and the rest of that. So our buyers do a really good job of really talking to the people in the community. Our designers' feedback is critical. So before market every year, we send a survey out to all our design staff. What are people asking for? What are you hearing? What's the response back on some of these things that we're showing so we can make alterations? So that's something you can't do at a larger national level, and it's something that smaller companies that don't have the horsepower to do aren't able to. So it puts us in a unique situation that we can do that. Also, on top of that, we stock about half of the product that's on our floor as shown. So when people come to us, which happens all the time, they want their house furnished, they're just closing within 30 days. They don't want to go through the whole design concept. They've done it up north. They want a beautiful home, they want it installed. We can do that. And not many people can do that in a 5-bedroom home and have that product in stock for quick delivery. If someone's just breaking ground on a 14,000 square foot place and want it totally custom, we can do that as well. And so that gives us a lot of opportunity to have some fun with some different clientele.
And I imagine that your designers are a lot of fun too, with all of their different personalities. Kathy, how do you translate that into your marketing?
We do a lot of marketing for our designers because they're our talent, they're our stars. So we do everything we can to really expose what they can do and what they have done. We do a lot of little videos on social. We show their projects. On our website, you can view their portfolios. And we're constantly trying to find new ways that we can expose them as much as we can and really let everybody see how many talented people we have on our team. And it's actually the easiest part of my job because we're never at a loss for inspiration when it comes to any kind of content that we're creating. And it's just an awesome job. It's awesome to be able to see beautiful things and beautiful projects and beginning to end and before and after is always a really great experience.
Absolutely. And Jessica, do you match the designers and their personalities with the customers, kind of like matchmaking?
Absolutely, that's exactly what I call it, matchmaking.
Yeah?
Yes, because
You seem like you'd be really good at that.
Thank you. I think that's so important. So when I get a referral from a realtor, I like to know a little bit about the client because I have gotten to know all of our designers over the years. And maybe I have a designer who lives in that same community as the client or just completed a model home in that same community. I like to take the time and really put together a designer that I think would be a good fit for that client.
And that really is that special touch, that customer service that Robb and Stucky really set out to deliver in 1915.
Yeah.
That was their thing, was nice furniture, but also that customer service. And I know that Henry Ford's wife, Clara, was one of the early customers there. What other big name customers do you have?
We actually have the invoice from Henry
you
Ford.
still have
Yeah,
that?
we still have that, the purchase from us. Back then they sold appliances as well, so I think they bought a refrigerator. I can only imagine what the refrigerator looked like. It's probably still running. But we actually had all of them during that time. Obviously, Fort Myers is only established in 1899, I believe. So 1915, Fort Myers is a small little town. So to have this furniture company that at that time was the only one, you basically had the Firestones. You would have had anyone else that was coming forward. The Edisons were regular,
and selling the phonograph in the store.
Yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. And that's the fun part with us, is that we're continuing on a legacy that's been kind of really passed on to us. And we do take that seriously. So Samuel and Grace Clow are the current owners of the company. They're the 6 owners over the past 100+ years. But the business model's always been the same, like you mentioned. It's quality, high-end, design, service-oriented business model. And it's really paying respect to the communities that we're in. So all of our areas are golf course communities. Everyone talks to each other. So our brand, how we treat each other, how we work with our partners is absolutely paramount. And so that's something that's so important with this realtor program, is obviously we have a program that they get the gift card and they get points, and that's tremendous. But even more importantly to that is the relationship. So we recognize that realtor worked very hard to establish a relationship with someone who just moved here from Pennsylvania or wherever it was from, nurture that relationship, help them buy this home. That home might be slightly dated. That home might need different things. That realtor's new to the area. Who are they going to ask when they need to get a dry cleaner? Who are they going to ask when they need a mechanic? Who do they ask when they need an interior design firm? So we recognize that. So we want to be that location that's right on the tip of their tongue when they say your house is a little bit dated, but you got to go see Cindy Lou Who at Robb and Stucky. She'll take care of you, make it gorgeous. And we really do value that. So that's important for us, because we are all part of the community. We run into these people at dinner. We see these people when we're out, and we want to nurture those relationships in all of our markets.
Absolutely, and thank you for taking care of our customers the way that we would want them to and the way that we do, because we do all work on referrals.
Yeah.
So I think that having a partnership with a company like Robb and Stucky that understands that and respects that and is there to nurture that and help that grow is so important when you are building your business. As you were saying earlier, you do look at the business part of Robb and Stucky. It's fun, it's creative, it's collaborative. It's a sexy brand and all of that, but it is there to help you build your business as a realtor or a builder. And I know another way that you get to know the community is doing the events. Mm-hmm. So what are some of the fun events that you do in your furniture stores?
Well, we do complimentary design seminars, for one. So we like to do those and invite the public into the store and learn about a specific design topic or perhaps a new line that we've just brought in.
Do you have snacks at those?
We always have snacks, sometimes
Okay,
a little
good.
wine, depending on what time of the day.
Usually white.
Yes, always white wine.
No red wine by the white furniture, please.
No, we learned the hard way.
Yes.
And of course, we love to invite the community, and we like to partner with NABOR and our other real estate organizations to have events in the showroom. We do that a couple of times a year. It's just a fun way to get to see everyone, have everybody in, enjoy an evening, and perhaps do a little shopping while they're at it.
Yeah, I'd love to come into the store because it is always changing. You always have new displays, new furniture. Whenever I come in to see you, you're always busy, trying to make sure that everything is perfect. And it is just amazing how quickly the store can be transformed. So if you have not been recently, then please go. And it's like any place that has, any fresh inventory, I guess. You have to go, every 2-3 weeks? How often do you guys change your displays?
It's constantly in motion.
Every day we are moving something, yes.
In Naples, for example, on average, and I do a lot of statistics in my world, is very much in Excel spreadsheets, but you can pretty much count on 50 to 75 pieces every week coming and going from our Naples location. Accessories, upholstery, wood items. So it's constantly in motion and makes it fun. It used to be we were obviously more of a seasonal town, but that seasonality is kind of evolving. There's more and more year-round residents. So it used to be in the old days that companies would just refresh at the beginning of season, get ready, but that's not really the way anymore. It's pretty much a constant every month or every week you're refreshing something, rewallpapering, repainting, and doing something for new introductions. It's fun.
So are you on TikTok or like do you make Jessica and Matt do dances? I'm very
I would
interested in
love-
your social
No one wants to
media.
see that.
No, we're very open to any types of digital media. We do a lot. We do a lot of video now. We do a lot of. We're doing some stories and some reels. Our demographic has changed from what I think our previous demographic was. I'm pretty new, but
Our
we just
town's
did
getting a
huge-
little younger.
It is.
It
I
is.
mean, we just did a huge segmentation study, and it came out much younger than it had been in the past. So it's
Absolutely.
it's exciting, and even from my perspective, even the seniors, because of COVID, have become so much more evolved as far as digital media and social media are concerned, because they had to, if they wanted to see their grandkids who were far away, they had to learn how to use everything. So we are getting all of our social accounts and any of our digital channels are increasing exponentially month over month. So with the exception of course, when we have little breaks in different seasons as far as snowbirds and things like that. But the bottom line is, I think moving ahead, we're going to be doing a lot more digital. We're still very present in print as well, but digital is really the way of the future as far as marketing is concerned, and we're going to be doing a lot more for our Realtor Rewards program as far as social media is concerned as well.
Yeah. Well, I have really enjoyed getting to know all of you so much. As I said, I've already known Jessica a little bit, and it's always a pleasure. You're just out everywhere. It exhausts me thinking about how much work you do in the store and outside the store so that everybody knows what great stuff you have going on. And I will definitely start following you on TikTok and Instagram as soon as I figure that out. That's a challenge for me. Matt, what do you think realtors should know about Robb and Stucky?
I think the most important thing is to view us as a resource for the clients that they've worked with, that we will be a trusted ally to help them furnish their homes and continue the relationship that they nurtured. So when a realtor passes on a referral to Jessica and her team, they can feel 100% confident that we are going to stand behind and make sure that we help that customer to the highest level of service that we can possibly. From the design aspect of it, to how we prep the furniture in advance, to the delivery person bring it to their home. So we really work very hard on all those aspects of it. So we are a trusted resource. We are a good go-to for the current trends, and they should stop by and see our store. If they've not seen us lately, they haven't seen us, because it's really refreshing to be in there on a constant basis. So they need to stop in. Just come and say hi to us.
Just don't bring any drinks that are red or any other color.
We'll give you a bottle of water when you come in.
You guys take great care of guests, I know. It really is. It's a great way to spend an afternoon, to come in and look at things and go in every few weeks. And Kathy, what do you think makes Robb and Stucky so special?
One of the things I found most appealing about Robb and Stucky was the fact that we actually have a department dedicated to business development, to cultivating that relationship that's so important with real estate agents and realtors. That community is so vital to our industry. And where the store I'm coming from, it just fell under the marketing department and often was not attended to the way it should be. So I just can't say enough about how amazing Jessica's department and the business development office is as far as building these relationships that are so very important.
True.
And Jessica, other than yourself, what do you think makes Robb and Stucky so special?
Well, I think something that is unique about us is that I also oversee the model department. Not every firm is able to do models. So
Model houses, not
homes.
models as people.
Model homes,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Model
All right.
merchandising.
Not yet. We might get into that.
Right.
We have a lot of designers on staff that are experienced with model merchandising and that know how to work with a builder and a developer to create the proper selling tool for them. I mean, I think any firm can sell a sofa, but what we do is we really merchandise it, we find out what the target market is, and our department works with Kathy's department to make sure that we market the project as well and help that builder or developer sell more real estate. So I do think that is something that is unique about Robb and Stucky.
Yeah, again, going back to that, building the business
Yeah.
of other people, of your partners.
Yes.
That's great. Thank you so much for coming in and spending time with NABOR.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching, everyone. We hope that you enjoyed getting to know the people behind the brand at Robb and Stucky.